like to welcome you to the channel and the hunting cabin. It's a beautiful day in northern Wisconsin. Gorgeous day. There's the beauty. That cabin was built in 1939 by a bunch of hardy souls, and we're here just trying to keep it running. You can see behind me here we've got some land, not much, but enough to have a fire ring, a woodshed, and right back here is the outhouse behind that tree. Today's project is we have carpenter ants in the cabin. I'm going to be looking to see if they got into the sill plate or not. And I'm hoping that is not the case, but come along and see, and we'll see what we have to do to solve it. So here I am walking up to the old door, and there's a new door on the east side of the cabin. This is the south side of the cabin. As we go inside, notice we have lights. These are LED lights we put in. A shower right there that's about to go in. And here's my bed that's going to have to move, but the carpenter ants, we flip on another light, are right down here. And you can see, maybe you can see, maybe you can't see. Let me get a better light. While we're here, we have a water heater, cabinet, radio, a hand pump, a water pump, which was a huge game changer in this cabin. It's a Sandpoint well. Coffee, of course. And there's a shower that's going to be going in here in the near future. What you see over here, it's a little messy because we're still in construction, but we put some split pine on the wall, and that looks fantastic. We're going to be doing more of that. But here's some better lighting. You can see all the little remnants here in the corner. That's all carpenter ant refuse, and we need to solve that. Now you see there's water on that board. That is not from the outside. We were up here in the summer and we used this little jobber, which worked great, but we didn't have it plumbed right and it leaked all over the floor. And it was awesome. We had air conditioning, but and it was nice and cool in the cabin when it was 92 outside. But gonna get on with tearing this apart and seeing how bad the problem is. So when it gets more interesting, I'll come back. All right, well, things are cleared out now, and it appears, let me get the light here for you. It appears that we need to start about there and go this way, pretty much all the way to the corner. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 sets of studs. And the plan, I'm hopeful, is to remove the non-treated lumber that's sitting on top of that treated sill plate. I'm hoping that's where the ants are. Won't know until we get in there. Wish me luck. All right, here is the backside of the cabin. And for reference, there's the hole. And you know, there's nothing super duper obvious back here where water might be getting through. There are some holes here, but they're double covered. There's steel behind those holes, but I'll patch those up with some silicone because I have some, and maybe spray this all with some sort of water block. Because what happens back here is the snow comes off that roof and piles right here. And as it melts, it's got all sorts of time to work its way into the cabin. And we're trying to avoid that. Because we're in the snow belt, that hole, which is about 24 inches, maybe 30 inches off the ground, definitely is covered by snow. So we'll see what we come up with. You'll see right here, there's a patch job. The wood burning stove used to be right here, and the chimney got murdered every winter when the snow came off. And there used to be another heater right there, so we covered those holes up. And we moved the chimney to the gable end of the building. And so always projects, always projects. All right, I got the lights off, and I'm sorry if this is a little dark, but I'm looking for holes. And look right there, you see the light behind that double stud? I'm guessing that is directly to the outside, and it is. There's a hole right here, but it's got silicone in it, so that might be okay. I see another hole right here. Maybe you can't see it, but you can see the light. And yeah, gonna need, there's one right there. That's a hole directly to the outside. Oh boy. Well, looks like this is getting pretty wet right here. Here. That looks okay. That one looks okay. This one is wet. Let me get a little more light on this so you guys can see with me. That has some stains on it, as you can see. Now that could be mice related. This does not look like mice related. That looks like there's a hole, and I think there is one right behind there. Maybe in that corner too. And that one actually looks not too bad. And that one looks not too bad. Maybe some right here in the corner. A little moisture. But I think we're starting to zero in on where the problems might be, among many. But, you know, cabin built in 1939. What are you going to do? Fix it and move on. That's what we're going to do. All right. See you soon. All right, we're back. If you notice, there's some dust on the floor. That wasn't there 30 seconds ago. I broke out my multi-tool. And I hit that board for about 3 seconds. And you'll see all that, I'll call it carpenter ant filth, came out above the sill plate. And it came out like a waterfall. So I'm going to try to catch that on camera. And you can see what I'm seeing in real life here. So this is going to be noisy. Well, we might be getting to the source of the issue here. We'll see. Well, folks, after about 5 minutes of just cutting with the multi-tool, my clean floor is no longer clean. Now, some of that sawdust is from where I cut, but you can see all the other goodness coming out. So stay tuned, see what happens. All right, well, I have updates. And I took a piece of steel off the outside of the building because it was easy. And I dug down, and you can see right there we got problems. So the question is how bad are they? If you look back in there, you see more. And I think the more we dig, the more we're gonna find. So what I think has to happen, let me back out a little bit here. You guys can see with me. I think we're gonna have to take all the steel off to about just before that window. Dig all this dirt away off the bottom and replace some of the sill Actually, I think the sill looks okay, at least from what I can see right here. The treated sill looks fine, but the wood above it looks like that's where the issues are. We'll have to see. One more comment, and the sill plate that's treated on the bottom was replaced in 1991, 2 and 3, long before I was a member of this hunting club. And I'm sure to expedite things, they cut the rotten studs off the bottom and laid the wood horizontally to make this go a little more quickly. At the same time, they moved old paper cellulose insulation and put in fiberglass insulation. We replaced the fiberglass insulation 3 years ago or so after we had a mold problem in here, and a completely different issue than this. So we're trying to rebuild this and do it one more time. So stay tuned. Well, I have updates. I cut through the untreated boards to check out the sill plate, and it seems really good. So I'm gonna head over here and over there and do the same thing and check them. And if it's good, I'm gonna replace these studs with new ones and see where that leads us. Check in later. So, updates. We have updates. Much to my surprise, the sill plate is pretty good. It looks actually just fine. And so what my intentions are to complete this job by pulling out these double horizontal 2x4s, going back down to the treated sill plate and replacing each vertical stud all the way up to the ceiling, at least over to that last one there before the window. And I think that's gonna do it. We'll see. Had some talks with my hunting partners, and they want to take a look. And speaking of which, there's a carpenter ant right there. Well, they're going to get sprayed. Thanks for following along. See you soon.